Now we're going to be installing the hose bib feelers. Be sure that you use your thread sealant on these, and this stuff is messy and it will get everywhere. So you definitely want to have a rag with you. So you want to evenly apply it. And then hand the fitting to Andrew there. And there's your rag. And these, when they're installed, they don't have to be gorilla tight. Just get them in there hand tight. Again, what he's watching for is he doesn't want to over tighten it where he spins that bulkhead fitting. And notice he has it at the 6 o'clock position. And that's so that we can pull all the water off of the tank. Get the second one. Okay, now we're going to be installing the hose bib, the 3/4 inch hose bibs, using your thread sealant. Be sure you have your rag because it's messy. Again, you want to get these as tight as you can without spinning the hose bib. We'll go to the other side. Again, you want to get them as tight as you can without spinning that bulkhead. Make sure your faucets are off. That's all the fittings. Now we're going to install the inlet mosquito protection using your thread sealant. You can see how messy that stuff is. And this stuff is made for potable water applications. Again, this doesn't have to be gorilla tight, but it's extremely important to finish up tightening with it in the up position. We'll show you that here in just 1 second. And let's stop right here. Let's go back so we can show them. If it's here, you can see it won't. The mosquitoes could still get in. So you want to be sure, Andrew, if you'll level that up, because gravity is what keeps this down, so you want it to be to where it'll make that seal around there. And you can look around too to make sure everything's sealed, and it is. Okay, we'll be going to the other end of the tank now and putting the overflow mosquito guard. Again, these don't have to be gorilla tight. Get it in there, stop it. Again, you don't want it leaned one way or the other. You want it to be perfectly straight so gravity will do its work and keep your seal. Just look around it good. and move it to where it needs to be. That's it right there. Right there, actually. We have our seal. Now it's time to install the inlet, which will be coming from your downspout. And we're inside of our shop, and we're going to simulate that there's a this is your house right here, and there's a downspout coming down right here in this area. So what we want to do is we want to get your 3-inch elbow, your thread sealant, tighten the fitting. Again, none of this is under pressure, so it doesn't have to be gorilla tight. You want to bring it around to where it's approximately a 45-degree angle, and then we're going to glue our pipe into it. So we need to use our cleaner. Clean both pieces. You let that dry. Good. Apply glue to both pieces. Makes it easier to slide whenever you do that. Right. It's real important that this stays. You can't be like that, or you can't be like that. It's got to go in there, straight in. Okay, see, this is another thing too. The fitting's loose, so that's okay. You can move it to where it's straight up and down whenever you install your leaf guard. The leaf guard will go in there. And then the downspout on your house will be cut. You want to leave your downspout up about 2 inches, so any leaves that do hit that will come off of it. Your water will come in, fill your tank up with precious rainwater, then it will overflow. One thing about the overflow, Steve, you'll come to this side. You can always, if you so choose, you can plumb this thing down using what we did over there, a threaded 90-degree elbow, and bring it with a 3-inch pipe and bring your water out to where you want to. If you use what we send, we recommend that you put you some rocks down here so when it does overflow, that it will hit the rocks and not erode around it. Or if it overflows too much, purchase another tank from us and series connect it on this end. The last thing you want to do in installing your liner is you want to fill it up with water and make sure all your corners are pushed in. You want to fill the water up to above, I would go at least a foot above the bottom of your 3/4 inch bulkhead fittings. And then if you have to, again, make sure your feet are clean, get in there barefooted, and push your liner into all your corners. Most likely the water will push that in there for you, but it's better just to be ready in case you do need to get in there and do that. So fill it up a foot above. That way you can check for any leaks too on your bottom bulkhead fitting before you get your first rain and it leaks on you. Remember, go a 1/4 turn past, hand tight, and that's a good strong hand tight. Also, you want to be sure whenever you install your lid, and if you'll notice in our previous video, you saw that we had put the lid on there first before we installed the liner, and you want to do that because any shavings that are on here, you want to be sure and clean all those shavings off before you install the liner. So be sure all the shavings are cleaned off of here, and then you can install your liner, and then you pull the paper off the top, and then you install your lid on top of that and screw it down.